Hey guys, Happy New Year. Welcome to the first controlled, organized, edited video of 2023 for Halo Moon Studios. If you're new here, welcome. I am an author, illustrator, crafty beaver, Disney fan, and future X-Men, and I do a lot of crazy things. I very much function under organized chaos. It happens. We try to get a lot of done each year. Last year, I did 22 goals of 2022. I don't think I officially completed more than half, but I did a lot. Like, they were big goals. You can look at either one of those videos in the playlist. I think they're on this playlist. They should be. You can check those out if you're curious what sort of shenanigans we got up to last year. But it is a new year. Out with the old and in with a new, hopefully more balanced plan. We need to take care of ourselves, but also we need to do all the things. You can understand my struggle here. I've made things a little bit easier for you guys to visualize. I did create some sort of task check charts to follow along with throughout the year. Now, I'm taking this approach very differently. Instead of having 23 individual goals, I've decided to break that into 2 and 3. So I have 2 major projects this year, 2 big ones that need all my love and attention. And those 2 are completing the Idun Trilogy. So you can see book 1 and book 2 are here. They came out in January and November respectively last year. And I am currently 80,000 words through the draft of book 3. It's my big project, and completing the trilogy would be a huge thing. Getting this book, I don't want to say out of the way because I'm enjoying it, but getting book 3 done is my #1 accomplishment. If I do nothing else this year but get book 3 done, I won't feel as accomplished, but I will feel at least satisfied that I gave the story that everybody's waiting for to you guys without withholding it too long. And by everybody, I mean, the handful of people who are like, where's book 3? The other big project is carrying over from last year's goals. I had wanted to remaster my entire Kuro Kenshin graphic novel series. That, unfortunately, was a more daunting task than I expected. The books that I have down over here with Waycott and XYZ were much easier because I didn't have to do anything really with the art. I just had to flip the pages, check some of the text out, I think I had to resize the page for printing or something. But it was more just technical tweaks. With the first volume of Kuro Kenshin, it is in need of a spit shine, as we're gonna call it. So while I've decided to keep the original line art, I actually did have to rescan it in so I could have better quality, and it actually shows up as black. And I'm more or less redoing the pages, not just flipping and sending it on its way. So volume 1 is taking its time. I am done with the first 2 chapters. I did finish that last year. I would love to finish all 7 books this year. At least the 6. I do want to extend the ending for the 7th one, so it may take a little longer, may brush into next year, but if I can get the bulk of that done, hallelujah, because I do feel like this project is occupying a lot of my creative drawing-ish time, and I would like to start doing some new things. All right, so those are the 2 primary big projects that deserve all my love and attention. As for the 3, well, these are not 3 single entities. They're kind of 3 categories of my life that I'm trying to get some smaller things done. The first one being my house. We've been in this house, it will be 4 years in February, and there's still a lot of little things that need to get done, or we got to the end of a project and we just didn't finesse it. It's time to finesse it. So I need curtains because this room gets freaking cold, and I don't know if curtains are gonna help, but curtains might help. Painting the trim. I have the whole list so you can see it here on the screen of things that just came to mind while thinking of all the mess and craziness that is in my house. So some of it is just cleaning up and organizing since we had our basement redone, and other stuff is, like I said, cleaning the windows and stuff like that. The second category in this is also a little bit more well-defined. I decided I really want to get back into reading some more. I did not read as much as I wanted to last year because I was really, cranking out book 2, started on book 3, working on whatever dozen other goals that I worked on last year. And I did read maybe 20 or so books, most of them, the majority of them indie books, because I was still doing my indie spotlights and I try to get one in each month. Still trying to move forward doing that. But in order to kind of boost, not necessarily just like physical reading, but my audiobooks, I've picked out 23 audiobooks to read in 2023. 9 of these, 9 were picked by Q because I lost in the game. Well, I didn't lose. I could not best her 9 times, so she got to pick 9 books to add on to my 23 list. Several of these are like big name books that I've just never read. Like, I've never read Twilight. I technically write YA and I've never read Twilight. Am I missing out? It doesn't seem to be the case, but stuff like that, just because it's an audiobook, I don't have to commit as much time because I listen at a quicker speed and I can work on like Kuro Kenshin or something while I'm doing that, cleaning and things. So that's why I picked 23 audiobooks specifically. This video was technically supposed to be up last week, but I dropped my phone into a can of paint, starting out my whole house stuff with a great experience. So I am starting out the new year with a new phone. So things like that, getting a new phone, finishing a video game, rereading the Twisted Tales. That's like another sort of personal goal since I want to reread and rank. I want to rank them over, but I want to review each one separately. So when I go into the ranking, I remember the things like the details. The tasks that you see on this page right now are not set in stone. This is the one thing that I am, like, I can probably tweak some of the house stuff just because, like, oh, if something else comes up that's more important, I'm going to do that. But as far as, like, these personal accomplishments, it can be whatever. I've literally just thought up 23 random things for me to try and do. So I'm curious to see, like, how many of these I actually get done and how many different things I do. Never really had a flexible kind of goal thing before. So I'm just going to read these off. And I don't know, just in case you guys can't read it, but I just want to go through them and say them out loud. Maybe the universe will help me. So new phone is in green because we got a new phone. Technically, it arrived right before the new year. So if I end up having to make space, this may not stay on the list. But right now, got a new phone. We got Mass Effect, which is a video game. I accidentally started it. Most likely, I will try to finish it. And the trilogy, cannot guarantee, cannot say it won't happen. Got Mass Effect on there, rereading the 12 Twisted Tales, personal recipe book. So there's just a few recipes that like my husband and I like make regularly, or like my coworker made pumpkin butterscotch cookies this year, and I want that recipe so bad. So table runners. I got some fabric that I think would make a good table runner for my convention table. Oh, I should have put convention stuff on here. Yeah, let's do that. Create-a-thon 2.0, I believe we're still doing August, September-ish for that. Crochet Critter. Every year, the past 2 years, I've been saying, oh, I'll do like 3 or 4. And I do 1. I did like 1.3 last year. So I would like to try to do 1, but if I don't, then it's not like a permanent goal. So less pressure. This is a big one. And it does ride on like how many more books get added onto my Kindle. So I need to like stop just grabbing free Kindle books. Now, again, if at the end of the year I've completed 25% or whatever, that's still my accomplishment. But just off the top of my head, I'm like, let's see if we can get more than half, because I knew I have a chunk. I've read several of them, but I have not really checked to see how many more I have to read. My 1 year of publishing video, that should be recorded and up soon. These are more or less one-offs. Obviously, the like reading 50% of books on Kindle is not that. Draft the Tower of Dogs trailer. So I want to do the animated trailer. And I just want to get like a really rough sketch of like the timing and like the text and things. Create a countdown timer in our live stream sprints. We often have a countdown timer to show how much time is left. And we've been using ones from the Dawdling Writer, I believe. I would just like to create my own. I don't know what the theme is going to be, but I'll just like I'll at least have one that I can use completing the Idun Trilogy. So while that kind of overlaps with my big goal of finishing book 3, like I said, that's going to be an accomplishment no matter what. So we have the Dart Frog Dash, which is a 5K they do at my zoo. I did it last year. I would like to see if I can just do a little faster this year. I feel more fit, so I still have to do some more running. It's like training itself, but it's a 5K. Like, that's my tolerance level. Powerlifting meet. Things I never expected would ever be on my list of anything. Currently, we're looking at April for my first meet to lift the weights and put them back down. We're gonna just try it. This one's more fun. Check out Blender for animation. So I don't know if this means like do a Blender tutorial or see if other people animate stuff in Blender the way I want my trailers animated. We're just checking it. We're researching. Create-a-thon, mascots, and buttons. So I've already drawn the Team FAFO mascot. It's him right here, Ferdinand. I still have to draw my teams, Team Ika's mascot, and just make it all pretty. But we want to do like, kind of like how if you've done NaNoWriMo, or I don't know if any other online events do it, but when you hit certain accomplishments, you earn just like a digital button. So I kind of want to make a couple of those for Create-a-thon 2.0. The next one is Finish an Indie Series. Initially, the Indie Spotlights this year were going to be focused on a series that were completed that I started last year, and I wanted to finish and see how they wrapped up. It may or may not still go in that direction, just depending on if people ask me to read their books or not. But the current one I'm listening to is book 2 of a 5-book series. It's a special thing. We're probably going to roast it, but so if I finish all of these 5 books, that will knock, that task complete of finishing an indie series. Blind recipe challenge. Okay, so this one I thought was gonna be like a fun video to do because I have a Disney cookbook and it has the gray stuff in there, for example. And I think it's like 3 or 4 ingredients. And I was like, oh, well, that's very simple. I should just do that blindfolded. And I think I said that on a live stream or something. Just me being ridiculous. Maybe we'll do a blind recipe challenge. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a blind recipe challenge. Oh, maybe I should do the pumpkin cookies as a blind recipe challenge. Then I get cookies and video. This one's another video game. Finish Horizon Forbidden West. So I've started it last year. It has very quickly overwhelmed me because it's got so much. Like, aside from the story and like regular story side quests, it's just got like a bunch of mini game-esque things and things to complete and collect. I would like to finish the game to the best of my ability. So getting through the story, the side quests, and I will probably do like most of the mini games, but we'll see. I've got a whole year to do this, but I would like to finish it. We'll see if I do or not. Like I said, this is more of like just ideas of things that I can accomplish this year, and it may totally change. But we're seeing where my brain is starting out, so I would like to do 1 pull-up, but like unassisted. Every week when I go to the gym, I get on the assisted machine just to like slowly build up. I would love, if nothing else, like I can't think of any other like real physical accomplishments other than stuff like that. I just want to do just one. Remastering Kuro Kenshin, we kind of talked about that with the Big 2 project. And the last one, just because I needed something to fill in, was to squat 3 plates. For those who don't know what that means, a full plate is 45 pounds. When you're squatting 1 plate or lifting 1 plate, you have 45 on each side to balance it. So that's 90 plus the bar. As of Monday, I squatted 2 plates for the first time. I question my math on these all the time. I'm simple math, but it's like, was the bar 45 or was it not? Just because I have the full year and I've come this far in 3 months, by the end of the year, I think it would be cool if I could squat 3 plates. But random goal. We'll see what happens at the end of the year. Maybe I won't make it there. Maybe I will. But those are just some ideas of things for me to complete this upcoming year. I try to pick some fun things, some different things. I'm gonna be busy, busy, busy. And I'm gonna keep using these trackers on Canva. I really actually have gotten into Canva last year, so I'm gonna use this instead of printing things out because I already have my messy journal. This will be the nice version that we can periodically check out and see what's going on. But otherwise, those are my thoughts for 2023. And it took all of my willpower not to make 23 goals of 2023 and, like not learn my lesson from last year. Granted, all of the tasks and like little things that I just showed you are probably more. But in my brain, because especially like the house stuff is a one-off, like do it in a day or do it in a few hours, clean the window. I don't know. That's probably going to take longer than I think too. But I can do it while listening to the audiobook. We'll see how this goes. Maybe everything will backfire again. But if nothing else, book 3 of the Idun Trilogy will be out this year, you know, unless unforeseen events happen. That is my one and only promise is that this will get done. Like I said, I'm almost done with the first draft. I really just need to push to get to the messy end, and then, but that's a novelog writing video if you guys are curious about any of that. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope the video quality on this turned out good. It's my new camera and I don't know. It's a new phone. I don't know if the camera's better. I hope it is. It should be. It's a Samsung. Don't let me down. Looking forward to another year with you guys on my unofficial team. Unless you are on Team Ika, then you're on my team. And I will see you guys in the next video or in the next Creative Commons live stream. Bye.